Today we want to look at some specific examples of nonviolent action. So we'll specifically start with Antiquity. Now we don't have a ton from Antiquity, probably for a number of reasons. First, because we've lost a lot of recorded history, but also because honestly, when people write history, the things they like to write about are the exciting battles and action sequences and deaths. Nevertheless, we do have a few recorded examples which I'd like to highlight. The first example I'll throw out is from 2 Kings chapter 6. And this is when Elisha captures some of Aram's soldiers, and the king's like, hey, what should I do now? Kill them all? And he's like, no, feed them and then send them away. So the enemies feast together, and then it's recorded that Aram no longer bothered the king. Another example that we see from Antiquity is with the infamous Pontius Pilate. Pilate came into Israel heavy-handed, and he was bringing images of Caesar. And he knew that the Jews were going to put up some resistance, which is why he came in heavy-handed. But when he confronted the Jews actually didn't bear any weapons. They said, "You're not going to move this in here." And he said, "Oh, yes, I am." And he threatened them with death. And all the Jews laid their necks bare and said, "Go ahead, kill us all, men, women, and children." In fact, some people think that this early defeat of Pilate was influential for his ultimate decision in the trial of Jesus, because Pilate had been beaten by the Jews and knew that they had an upper hand on him. But at the same time, to try to bring Caesar's image in and then to walk away defeated and not actually assert Caesar's dominance, that was dangerous on behalf of Rome. And so Pilate was in this very tumultuous situation when it came to Jesus, where he knew he kind of needed to please the Jews, but he also knew that he needed to not cause any dissension, which could get him in trouble with Rome. And then there's Caligula, who erected a statue in the temple, and some legions were sent to enforce this because, of course, the Jews didn't like it. Caligula was met with a Jewish resistance force of men, women, and children, again, unarmed and ready to be nonviolent and to die for their convictions. Petronius, the leader of this Roman force, was so moved by the Jewish conviction that he ended up walking away, even though he knew it was probably suicidal for him. So he asked the Jews to pray for him. And Caligula did order an execution of Petronius, but Caligula died before this execution order could reach Petronius, and so Petronius' life was saved. Contrast all these non-violent actions against the violent insurgents in 70 AD and the destruction of Jerusalem.